Hi, this is Eric of Pure Vita Fitness, and last week we talked about some calf training strategies. This week we're going to move up the leg a little bit. We're going to talk about hamstrings and glute. Hamstrings and glute kind of go one and the same. This is, we call it in the fitness world, we call it the posterior chain or the backside chain. And a lot of times this rounds out good leg development. A lot of times you'll see people that have good quads and weak hamstrings, and that can lead to an injury, but also doesn't look too good. So we want to make sure that leg looks good from the side and functions well. So we're going to give you a glute and hamstring training strategy today to help you kind of balance out your legs so that you can have those great legs for the summer, for shorts and skirts in the summer here. So now it's time to start preparing. We're going to start off with our famous leg curl. Leg curl is an exercise we see in the gyms a lot, lying down, seated. I like to do them standing, and I'll show you why. You can do a standing machine or a kneeling machine, but you're going to start up here, and you're going to move your hip back like this in the hip extension. You're going to keep a good posture. So when I move here, I'm not leaning forward. I'm staying nice and tall, and I'm holding this back there. Right now, I can feel my glute and hamstring already firing. So I'm going to hold that back there, keep my abs tight. I'm going to tighten my abs, and I'm just going to curl to 90, let it all the way straight without letting this leg cheat forward. So I'm going to hold that leg back there, hold it for 2 seconds, bring it out for 3, hold it 2, bring it out for 3, hold it 2, bring it out for 3. Holding that leg back there is going to really help you get the hip, get the hamstring across the hip and the knee, because the hamstring actually crosses 2 joints. The problem with a lot of seated machines and the lying machines where you have the hump in the middle is pretty much most people are training their hamstrings at one joint, the knee joint, when really the hamstring you want to train at both joints. So the other exercise we're going to do is a deadlift, a stiff leg deadlift. We're going to use dumbbells. You can use a bar or dumbbells. It doesn't really matter. But deadlifts and stiff leg, straight leg deadlifts are great exercises to train the back of the leg. A lot of people worry about their lower back. If you do these right, they're a great exercise in terms of adding stability and strength and also range of motion, but you have to do them right. So we're going to take a couple of dumbbells. In this case, we'll use the blocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice hip width stance, and we're going to stick our butt up. Keep our back long and straight, drive my hips forward. So I'm going to drive my butt back, drive forward through my heels, squeeze my glutes. Notice on my back, stay straight, and I don't have to go really, really deep to do this exercise. But the whole point of that deadlift is I'm driving through my hips, I'm maintaining a long spine. Anybody who's done yoga, it's much like doing some of the sun salutations. So I'm really feeling the majority of the tension back here. My torso is stabilizing while this part of my body is moving. And typically one of the routines I've liked is to do leg curls first, followed up by deadlifts to really enhance development on the back side of the leg. The last piece we're going to do is whenever we're adding strength, we want to add stability, and glutes have a lot to do with stability in the body. If you have weak glutes, a lot of times chances are you're going to have knee issues, lower back issues. So you want to make sure your glutes are firing. So not only do most women want to have a nice butt, but it's actually a very functional thing to have. You don't want to have what we call the pan butt, where you see the pants go and there's no shape to it. So this third exercise I'm going to show you is a bridge. And I like this exercise. I'm going to do this on a bench. I'm going to scoot out here, put my head flat, so I can push my head in. I'm going to cross one leg over the other, and I'm going to drop my hip about 6 inches and push up through my heel, hold and squeeze. Drop, not very far, push that hip up, hold and squeeze. As I push up through my heel at the top and I squeeze, I should feel this glute contracting. Now if this feels really hard and unstable, I'm just going to go back down here and go back to 2 legs and really squeeze at the top. Once I feel strong, I can do about 20 reps with 2 legs. I'm going to reposition, go back at it again, once again. Driving up, all from the hip, and I'm going to pull my abs tight at the top so I don't go into my low back to make sure that I'm getting it from the glute. Those are 3 exercises right there that can really help strengthen up the back part of your leg. I would do 3 sets of 8 to 12 for the leg curls and the hamstrings, followed by maybe 3 sets of 10 to 15 of the glutes, of the glute bridges. That's a great way to train that part of the body. If that's a part of the body you feel need to bring up. Like I said, it's also a very functional part of the body. You need to keep it strong to maintain balance in the lower body. That's this week's Fit Tip of the Week. We'll see you next week. We'll talk about quadriceps and legs.